Kenney and the coaches back live at the. Let me scoot this way a little bit.
Yep. Get cozy.
If you guys noticed earlier, if you guys were watching Coach Brad Beller and Coach Lynn Shackelford, the feed stopped towards the end, so I'm doing something a little bit different. So it took me a minute to get back over here and get back in frame of my phone. So just bear with me. But the important thing, got a new guest on now, Coach Randy Roth, OBA. Coach, thanks for stopping by and visiting with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I've been listening to the podcast for, it seems like a couple of years now, and it's always great to hear other coaches and kind of what they've got going on and maybe how they do some things, and so it's always an encouragement. So I usually have you tuned in on my Monday jog, so I'm glad to be here.
And I tell people this all the time, and they're like, well, why in the world do you do it? Actually, I take that back. My wife made me listen to one episode, but once I record them, I don't like hearing my own voice. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I do this, and so my voice can be out there, but then I don't want to hear my own voice.
Right.
How does state champion Coach Randy Roth sound?
Not real.
Not real.
Just it's you grow up, and I grew up over on this side of the state. We're in Tulsa, and went to Broken Arrow High School. And you're a high school student, you're a player, and you dream about maybe set goals or winning state. And that didn't happen. And so you kind of go through life, and so to get one at this point, really, I'm not even. You see the hardware and you see the ring, and still, I was like, that really happened. It's kind of hard to fully comprehend all of it.
But now, after that, I've asked this of several coaches that have won state championships. As soon as it was over, I'm sure you celebrated a little bit, but did you ever turn your mind off, like, okay, what now? What to get back to that point?
Right. Eventually, yeah. But not that night or not even that week, probably. It took a while. But in that night, it's just all, the horn sounded, and in my mind, I was like, is that really the end, or is that the third quarter? Do I need to get back to the huddle? And so it didn't feel real for quite a while, and to see the girls get their medals, and then the trophy happens, and so we really kind of tried to stay in that moment.
Yeah.
But eventually you come back to real life, and you sit down at your desk and there's your calendar, and you're like, team camp's in just about a month, 2 months, and so you kind of have to turn the page at some point. And so I've eventually got there.
Yeah, there's no time off. Right. I've talked about that with coaches all the time. That it just seems like kids go from one to the next, and then sometimes even before the next is over, they're on to the next one.
Right.
There's no time for rest. I almost wish that dead period would stretch all of July. It wouldn't bother me none at all. Just let kids reset a little bit, and it'd be nice to have multiple options for vacations.
Certainly would be.
Instead of just trying to cram all that into that 1 week.
Right, for sure.
How big was it to win a state championship in the last games at the Big House?
It was a little odd because we made it to the state tournament 3 years ago, and we're told this is the last year in the Big House.
Yeah.
And then they said, one more year, and so we made it to state again 2 years ago and lost in the championship game. This is the last year in the Big House, and so last year I was like, yeah, right, sure. It is. So we weren't quite for sure, but when you see the new building going up next door, it's a special thing. It's kind of be, and last year really, or this year I guess I should say, 2025 was our first year to kind of be in the evening. And so those morning games, while still special and still amazing, it's not the same. And so this year, I think me and my girls, we got the full effect of the Big House as we played at 6 p.m. Last year the championship game was at 10 in the morning against Sealing. We lost in the championship game in a 10 a.m. game, and so it had a little bit different feel to it. Yeah, the place wasn't full at all, and so we got the full effect this year. And wow, what a way to go out!
Yeah.
It was really special.
Yeah, whenever there are games played, I don't know what that was. Whenever games are played in the morning time like that, it is. I bet never thought about that. I've always just been, I'll be thrilled to death to make it there. But it is. You kind of want to be the last
prime time.
Yeah, you want to be the prime
time.
Absolutely.
But don't get me wrong. It's an amazing experience to walk out on that floor and all the feet that walk on that floor before you. It's kind of awestruck when you walk out there.
Now, Now you had reached out to me to be on the podcast, and you mentioned about kind of getting a perspective from a volleyball coach, and that's a sport that I don't know. You don't hear a lot about it,
right.
But there are schools. My alma mater, that's a Class C football school. They play girls volleyball. Just kind of talk a little bit about the sport of volleyball and kind of what it is in Oklahoma, like how big it is.
Right. It's, comparatively, if you compare volleyball in Oklahoma to our neighbors from South Texas or to North Kansas and Nebraska, we're still a little bit behind the curve. The volleyball season in Texas goes almost as long as our football season does. And here in Oklahoma, volleyball's over the second week in October.
Yeah.
So we're still growing. There's I think 80 volleyball schools now total, and so that's a growing sport when you consider there's 400 some basketball schools. Right? It's really a small number, and so it's still a growing sport, kind of a new sport. So it's really fun to be a part of. Just kind of, even though we're 30-some years into having volleyball in Oklahoma, it was the early 1993, I think. Don't quote me on that, but somewhere in that ballpark.
Wow, you just said 93 was 37 years ago.
It's been a while. It's been a hot minute for sure.
I was in high school in 1993, so I don't like to think I'm that old. I'm thinking, you said 37 years, I'm thinking like, the 60s or 70s.
Yeah, it was
it's just a reminder that I'm old.
I'm right there with you. I graduated college in '91, so it's up there. But volleyball, it's still growing. There's I think 3 new schools started this year, but it's a slow growth.
I think it's just probably just because there's not a lot of kids don't even know that it's available to be played, or maybe even schools don't even know it's available to be played, because it really kind of floored me whenever I'd heard that my alma mater Fox was getting volleyball. I was like, how do they even, who's going to do it? How do you set the floor up? And all that stuff.
It's very different, but when you think about mathematically, a lot of the smaller schools especially play fast pitch in the fall. Mm-hmm. But if you only have X number of girls in your school, it's hard. Our ADM's 106 at OBA, or was last year. I don't have this year's numbers, but and so our girls are divided. So there's years we barely have enough to play volleyball. A couple years ago, we barely had enough to play fast pitch. I think we had to make some girls move over to fast pitch. And so for small schools, that could be a challenge. Yeah. But if you look at the numbers of it, if you're a small school and you're only going to do one, volleyball might make a little more sense. Some of my players are walking by making faces at me. Volleyball might make a little more sense because you only need technically 6 girls. And cost-wise, most schools already have a gym. You don't have to maintain a gym, like you do softball. So, volleyball is a real practical option for schools. Maybe you don't have enough kids to do a fast pitch. You don't have 12 girls that want to play fast pitch. Maybe you can get 6 or 7 together and field a volleyball team. So it's growing. It's getting there.
Yeah. Now with you said there's around 80 schools playing. What class? Since you said your ADM's 106 last year. What class are you guys in?
We play in Class 3A in volleyball.
See, how difficult is that? You guys made the state tournament last year.
Yeah, we did last year, but it's a challenge because we'll play teams. Fox started. We're in the same classification with Fox, but we're also in the same classification with teams that have an enrollment of 350, 400 kids.
That's crazy.
So Class 3A in volleyball is vast.
Yeah.
Even though there's not more numbers-wise, there's a great diversity between the smallest schools in 3A and the largest schools in 3A in volleyball. So it's different.
Yeah. Now, are there, coming up here this week, are there any speakers or sessions that you're looking forward to in particular, or may have heard already?
Right. It's an interesting thing because volleyball starts at the same time as fast pitch, so we've actually only been practicing for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And so I have practice today to come up. So I don't actually usually get to stay as long because I got to get back. Because you're in a small school too. I don't have an assistant in the volleyball program. It's all me. And so there's just no practice today. And so if I want to practice this week, I've got to get out. And so traditionally, I don't get to go to as many clinics. I noticed you have Tom Hankins coming on. I want to hear the shot clock
tell somebody to take notes for you.
Right,
Send them
for
to
sure,
you.
yeah.
Well, before I get you out of here, like I said, it's been a long day. You said I'm ready to go too. So I've been asking everyone a Mount Rushmore question.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of put you on the spot here.
Okay.
Who would be, because this is going to be, you could tell me any name and I would just have to go with it.
Okay.
Who would be on your Mount Rushmore of volleyball programs in Oklahoma?
Volleyball pro, well, number one has to be in Santa Fe, Will Evans. They turned a couple of years, but they've won so many championships. I've known Will since before they started volleyball, and so even Santa Fe to be right up there.
Okay.
They're a powerhouse program. Well, that's a tough one. There's 4 on Mount Rushmore, right?
And everyone I've asked everyone's given me 3, and they're like, "Oh, I don't know about 4. There's 4, 5, and 6." I'm like, "It's only 4."
Yeah, it's only 4, limited to 4. I think Will has cemented Evans Santa Fe on there. In the small schools, CHA is always up there. They're always a really good program. You can't not say Mount St. Mary's with the success they've had in the last decade. I think they've won 4 or 5 state championships in the last 6 or 7 years.
Okay.
In long term, and then if you encompass all, probably Bishop Kelly here in the Tulsa area, they were pretty dominant, especially in the early years of volleyball, really formative years of volleyball in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So if I had to limit it, I'll cut it off there. There's a lot more, and I don't want to leave anybody out and stuff to play these folks, but there's a bunch of really good programs out there.
Well, you did very good of just picking 4. I'll tell you, literally everyone has been. They'll say 3, and then, you can pick between these 6. I'm like, no, you only get 4.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Well, Coach, thank you for doing this.
Absolutely.
And good luck to you. Basketball, volleyball, whatever else you do.
Yeah. All right, man.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, guys, that is it for today. Day 1 at the Coaches Clinic. I'm going to pick it back up tomorrow morning, and I'll be back on tonight to kind of tell everyone a little bit about tomorrow and some thank yous and stuff. See you guys then.